Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. We had about 862.9 million in premium and dark pools coming around that 424.99 level. Definitely a lot of liquidity in that area. 685.5 mil around 424.3ish, 0.43ish, excuse me. Looking on this 15-minute chart, you can see how at the end of the day, got a lot of selling pressure there. There's a lot of liquidity. Goodness, I'm talking funny today. Around that 425 level. The dark pool is 424.99. 1 cent different from my 425 level. I thought it was a pretty good trading day today. If you trade it like a sheep, okay, a lot of bulls are frustrated. Bears may be frustrated, trying to guess where the market is going because we've been getting chopped lately. But if you are trading like a sheep, you know, we trade level to level style here, unbiasedly, up, down, it don't matter. We're just trying to catch that level to level move. We had a nice start to the day when we broke down my 423.5 level. These are all alerted in the group. I try to do my best to give guidance to my members in the group and, you know, give confirmation when we get a breakdown or some trade setups and stuff like that. If you want that extra guidance, definitely consider joining my Discord. But yeah, we got the breakdown of my 423.5 level alerted in the group. When we get a breakdown of support, you want to look to enter puts with your stop loss. You gotta have a stop loss now. With your stop loss above the breakdown level. So breakdown of 423.5, we cut loss if it recaptured 423.5 on the 15-minute chart. I like to think my trading style or system is simple and straightforward. Now we did have some washes below above it when it got to 423.78. That scares a lot of traders who try to trade with the price action. But remember, the level's not lost unless we get a confirmed close above, and then that will be considered a false breakdown setup. But as you can see here on this 10-15 candle, there was no close above 423.5, and then we rejected from 423.5 on the next candle perfectly too, before shooting all the way down as low as 421. Okay, and then you can see here, after we broke down that 422 level, I mentioned you guys I had a support at 422. We broke it down, recaptured here where the arrows pointing. False breakdown setup gave us a nice level to level move before pulling back to support. Okay, and then bounce from support. I mentioned to the group, because you can see here, guys, this morning we broke down 423.5, and then this later candle here at 12:30, it rejected from 423.5. It's almost. It was looking bearish. But I mentioned to the group, for this to be a legit lower high, 422 had to have break down. And if it did, I would have definitely looked to short and targeted that 420 level. Unfortunately, it didn't. It bounced. Cleared 423.5. That was our trigger to go long when it cleared that level. Gave us a nice level to level move up to 425. It's a little higher. Okay, so you guys can see here, this is why I trade level to level move, because you got the average retail trader that's either bullish or bearish. They're always expecting a one directional move all the time, almost all the time. But the majority of the time, the market is giving us price actions like this. So the market doesn't always give us a bullish trend day or a bearish trend day. But something the market does a lot is give us level to level moves, either to the downside or to the upside. Some chop days are worse than others, of course, and even level to level is hard to trade sometimes when the range is tight. On those days you want to look to scalp, but it's difficult sometimes because you don't know when's the best day to scalp, when's the best day to swing, sometimes when's the best day to level it. But today was one of those days, and I'll take it, where level to level trading was just perfect. Unbiasedly trading up or down, just catching the levels, level to level, no greed. Okay? Now, I did that for educational purpose, so you can, I just want to explain how, sheep style traders trade, okay? As far as the daily chart goes, guys, we have a rare double inside daily candle, okay? Inside candles, usually, they come up on the daily chart and stuff when the market is in consolidation mode, and we have a double inside day. Today's candle was in the range, within the range of yesterday's range, and yesterday's candle range was within the range of the day before on Tuesday. Okay, double inside daily candle. And how do you trade these inside candles? Well, you watch the rate for the break of the range. So the mother candle low is at 420.5 with the high at 425.4. So you want to see the break of that range. Obviously above 425.4, you want to look to long. I'm referencing 425. I'm not going to wait till 425.4. I'll long if 425 clears, but of course a breakout of 425.4 would just add to my conviction. All right, the grandmother's candle high is at 427.3, but like I mentioned in the previous video, I have a fib level at 428. Okay, so you can long above 427.3 or above 428. It's up to you. Okay, that's based on the inside candle setup here, the double inside candle setup. That's the bullish setup for it. For the bearish setup, obviously we need the breakdown of 420. All right, both the mother candle and the grandmother candle is around the 420 to 420.5 range. Overall, we need the breakdown of 420 to be bearish. Now if we look at a smaller time frame here, 15-minute charts, you guys see this yellow line is my 420 level. Okay, you can see a bunch of bounces and wicks there. There's buying pressure there. And then this green line is my 425 level. You can see a bunch of wicks there. There's selling pressure there. So we can just look at this chart and we can see where the bulls are waiting and where the bears are waiting. Overall, 420 to 425 is a chop range. Okay? So what are we consolidating to? Are we going to consolidate to go up or to go down? I can't see the future. And a lot of people act like they can see the future. It's super cringe. I can't see the future. But what I can give you is the levels of interest, the areas of interest, the range, so that you know what to do when the price action makes a move. So for example, we break above 425, that's bullish. That's when you want to go long. If we break below 420, that's bearish. That's when you want to go short. Okay, anything between that range is chop. Now, of course, you can trade the chop. I got 423.5 and 422 as the middle levels within that chop range. So 423.5 breaks down, that puts 422 and 420 back in play. All right, and so on. If the price is below 423.5 and it breaks above, that puts 425 back in play. All right, I think you guys understand the concept here. I hope it's just simple and straightforward. All right, so we are chopping, but what are we chopping for? I don't know, but I know what I'm going to do when certain levels break. Above 425, I am bullish. That would put a back test of my 1-year trend line from October of last year back in play at 426.5. That is the level that bulls really need to clear. Okay, above 428, it's great. It's bullish as well, but we're going to need to get through that 426.5 level. Recapture that 1-year trend line from October 2022 low to March 13th, 2023 low until the recent bounces that we had here. We had multiple tests of this line as support. Right now, it needs to get tested, or it might get tested as resistant. If 426.5 rejects, that's a good sign. You want to see like a hot stove or selling pressure or a wick there. That's a good sign for bears. So if we test it and it breaks down 425, I would definitely look to short below 425. That's if we test 426.5. If we recapture 426.5, that's bullish. Potential false breakdown setup targeting 428, 429.6, 431, and 433. Above 433 would definitely be bullish. Okay, is what I'm saying make sense, guys? Do we know what to do tomorrow? Are we on the same page? We're going to look to long above 425, play it level to level up to 426.5, and above 426.5, if that breaks out, that is bullish. We'll be looking along above that. As long as below 425, I'll be looking to short the next support at 423.5, 422, and then 420. Below 420, I would be bear bias. Okay, I'll be bear bias below 420. I know the 200 daily moving average is creeping up to my 420 level as well. Definitely watch that 200 daily moving average. If we lose 420, I'm favoring We possibly go test 417. I got 11 at 418.5, but we'll possibly go test 417 before we may attempt some type of bounce. Okay, all right. Does everything make sense, guys? I hope so. We do have NFP, non-farm payroll, and some unemployment rate coming out at 8:30. Now we are in the chop range. The day before some data releases. Watch it comes out at 8:30, so watch out for any gaps. Okay, look into breakaway gaps. After my video, look into about breakaway gaps. If we stay, if the data releases, we stay within the 425 to 420 range, and obviously we're still in chop range. Play the levels accordingly. But if we happen to be able to gap up out of this range, right? If we gap up above 425, that's a bullish breakaway gap. Okay, obviously wherever the SPY opens at, if it gaps up, watch the next level relative to where the SPY opens and play it regularly. We short breakdowns of support, long breakouts of resistance. If we gap below 420, that is a bearish breakaway gap. Will be very bearish, big sign. Watch the, if we gap below 420, watch the support. Watch the next support around 418.5ish to look to short and see if it gets the continuation for the sell-off. All right. I know I said a lot of things. I said a mouthful, but I hope it was clear and understandable, digestible. All right. Triple Q. That 354.7 to 355 zone just keeps on holding. It keeps finding buying pressure. If it finally wants to show some follow through, it needs to clear 360.5 to the 361 zone to put 365. 366.5 and the back test of this orange trend line that I got here. Also a fib level around 368. Okay, above 368 would be bullish. It would be a recapture of this orange trend line. This orange trend line started way back in January earlier this year. So it's, it's a pretty long trend line. 368 would be the recapture. Now, if it fails to clear 361, I have support at it's at 358.3. I do have a level at 359 and then support at 357, 355 to 354.7 zone. Below 354.7, a close below it would be a sign that the buy orders are gone. That would be very bearish if we lose that level. Targeting lower levels down to 353, 351, and 349. Let's see if the market can break out of this chop zone. That's all right. You can see it 354.7 up to 361ish. Watch the break of that range. IWM looking, overall bearish still, but it is trying to bounce. If it can recapture 171.5 tomorrow or 172 would be better. I definitely would look to long. It's worth the risk, seeing how low it is. But we still need the right setup. Not trying to call a bottom here, okay? Above 172, 173.5, definitely worth going long. With 175, 176.5, 177.7, and 179 in play. Overall, below 171.5 is bearish. You can look for the breakdown of the next support. That's around 170 to target 168.7, 167.4, and 165.7. All right, Tesla. Gotta be careful with Tesla here. Look at what we got here, guys. A big body green candle followed by a doji. What does that look like to you guys? A potential evening star pattern forming, possibly. If it is, we gotta wait for confirmation. A breakdown of 258 and 256.5 would be a great sign that we're going to get that evening star pattern. And if we get the evening star pattern, the third candle is usually a big body red candle. That could be a big sell-off. So watch the breakdown of support, 258, 256.5 to put 255, 253 in play. 251 and 249 and 247 below that, okay? To cancel this evening star pattern, 263 needs to clear. All right, we do have resistance at 261 as well, but 263 must clear. If Tesla breaks above 263, then no evening star pattern. All right, put in 267, 265, 267, 268.5, and 270 plus in play. Apple trying to break above 175. If it can do it tomorrow, 178, 179.3. 181 and 183 are in play. All right, it gotta break out 175 to be bullish. If below 175, just watch the breakdown of support at 173.5 and 172. If those levels are lost, look to short with 170 and 167.6 in play. Below 170, I'd be bear bias. NVDA, we had a beautiful trade idea and setup in the Discord. We did have a breakdown on Tuesday, but yesterday, wow, what a recapture. I mentioned to the group above 438, and you guys as well. I think I told you guys. Above 438, you want to look to long. That's a recapture, and that'll put higher targets in play. Today's plan was to, what did I write? Yeah, look to long. Right here, I wrote look to long above 441.5 or 443 to targets the more higher level. And NVDA went as high as 449. Hit perfectly at my 449 resistant levels. Holy moly, if that doesn't make you want to join my Discord, I don't know what will. But as of right now, if we can clear 449 tomorrow, definitely I would favor more upside. Possibly up to 452, 454, 455, and 457 plus. Maybe even 460. All right? For this to cancel, for this bullish sentiment to cancel, 449 obviously must defend as resistant, right? There is support at 445. If 445 fail, we could drop a lot lower, down to 443.5, 441.5. 440 is now where the orange trend line is. Below 440, I'd be bear bias with 437, 435, 432.5-ish in play. Possibly lower than that. Google. This is technically an inside candle here, but we could pay attention to that 135 level and 134 level. If those two levels fail, bearish with 132.8, 131, and 129.5 back in play. If it wants more upside, it's been rejecting from that 136.5 as level. If it wants more upside, got to clear 136.5 to put 138 or higher in play. And last but not least, Meta. The bears failed to break down 300, and instead we got buying pressure around that 300 level. 298.5 is also support that I have. If we can find, it's showing buying pressure, but if we can finally break out this white trend line, it needs to get above 306.5 and definitely clear 309. If that does, guys, that's bullish. Meta been basing and building strength for a breakout. That will be bullish. I will look to long, targeting 311, 313, and possibly up to 315 in play. Maybe even higher than that, okay? Got to break out 306.5 first. If not, there is support at 304, 302, and 300. Especially 300, if that level fail, bearish. 298.5, 297, 296, and 294 would be in play, okay? Now, I showed you the dark pool order for SPY earlier. It was at 424.99, okay? That's where the most is. Bullish above it, bearish below it. Now, here's SPY filter for 500K premiums or above. Get that 500K. It's bearish. Holy moly. Triple Q is bearish. Very bearish. IWM is really bearish. Tesla is bullish. Kind of bullish. Apple. A little bit bullish for Apple. NVDA is a little bullish as well. Most of those calls are block orders though. Google. Nothing for Google. How about Google with the L? Oh, okay. It's bullish for Google with the L and Meta. Bullish for Meta as well. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found value in this video. Hope you guys are killing it in this market sheep style. If you love my content, please consider joining my Discord. And if you're not, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot and it will help my channel a lot. Okay. Thank you guys. Peace.